It wasn't just on foreign policy that Ron Paul made people mad. What really enraged the entire Washington, D.C. commentary class about Ron Paul is that he was right. Not that he was lying, not that he was hateful, not that he was a secret racist or Nazi. All untrue, but they wouldn't care if those things were true. What really made them mad is that Ron Paul precisely, crisply, and honestly diagnosed the problem and predicted the result years in advance. Ron Paul, in political terms, is what we call a prophet. And if there's one thing we know about prophets, is that they usually get stoned to death by angry crowds. In fact, almost always. People hate being told the truth about future events, particularly when they're implicated in the causes of those disasters. They just hate it. Nobody wants to hear about how they're on the wrong path. And so people who call it early are 100% of the time hated for it. They're not rewarded. They're not given some prize. There's no Nobel Prize for predicting the future. There's only a jail sentence or slander from Ben Shapiro and Jeffrey Epstein's friends, the New Republic, and the rest of the liars. And Ron Paul, of all observers of American society, may have gotten it more precisely right than anyone. And
welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. Let me reset again. All right, sorry about that. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. And that clip was, or actually that video was played yesterday with Tucker Carlson interviewing Texan Congressman, former Texas Congressman Ron Paul from right down the road here in Freeport, Surfside, Texas, mainly out of Lake Jackson. And, you know, when you tell people the truth, they don't want to hear it. They hate you. They talk about you. They denigrate you. They slander you. They libel you. And guess what? Welcome to my world. I've lost the majority of my audience because I'm telling you the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. You'd rather go be lied to by other people to continue that buzz, that high you have on the hopium that you're going to get rich quick overnight. You're going to become a gazillionaire overnight without having to do anything except just accumulate an asset. How rare is that? Very rare. That's why I profiled lottery winners, because those people, some of them had nothing and got lucky. Got that lucky ticket, that Willy Wonka golden ticket. And then they proceeded to burn right through that fortune and become penniless again. I've been right about a lot of things, and I'm hated for it. And I get it. I understand it. And I'm not tripping. Because everybody of you out there who have denied me, talked about me, slandered me, called me a douchebag, whatever you've called me, one of these days in the future, you're going to say to yourself, man, that fucking Fearless Floyd dude was fucking right, man, asshole. Can't stop, can you? So I'm not tripping at all. Okay. You want to watch me? That's fine. If you want to learn, I'll teach you. If you want to go get lied to, please go somewhere else, because I'm not going to lie to you ever. I'm searching for the truth, whether it's to my benefit or to my detriment. Do you understand that? Why would I want to go invest in something that's fruitless? Invest my time, money, and energy. I'm not going to do it. Period. End of story. So, you know, I can sit around here in Houston, Texas, and rest on my laurels and pray to God somebody out there goes and creates a utopia for everybody. And, I've had Daryl Link on my show, and God bless Daryl Link. You want to talk about a true unsung hero that's under the radar, that every day he's helping multiple people. Their focus is getting Tina Peters out of custody. But this gentleman helps everybody every day, puts me in contact with some great people. So he brought a group to me the other day. He said, man, I've been trying to get a hold of them, and I haven't heard back from them. So I looked up their website. I was like, oh, shit, they're right down the street. If I actually just drove south about 7-8 miles, I'd be right there at their office, right here in Houston, Texas. Well, I called and left a message and talked to them. And I looked at their website, and I was very concerned about the people in their website and the different quotes. Okay. And I'm going to tell you about this conversation, and I'm telling you for a reason. Oh, and by the way, I got my Walmart gimme cap from the Walmart convention that they just had here. So that's what my hat is, got a little Walmart tag on it. It was laying down. I picked it up, put it on, come to the show. So anyway, don't even know where to go with this. So nobody else is going to do it, sadly. But Daryl's doing it in Southern Colorado. There's another group doing it in Northern California. I've been invited to join both groups. Come on out, Floyd. We got you. We'll take care of you, make sure, you get on your feet and get established in our little community. But that's their community. That's their effort. Can I do something? I think I possibly can. So that's been my goal for 2026, is to do that, to go get some land and create what is called a private real estate investment trust. And you can look up a REIT. They're long established. Real estate investment trust. Only this one's going to be private. What do I mean by private? It's going to be totally private. Private membership association. It won't be an LLC or anything like that. Probably a nonprofit foundation. We're going to work all that out today and tomorrow. I already have a head start. I don't know where we're going to build this, but probably in the Texas Hill Country somewhere. And we're going to produce our own utopia, a self-sustaining off-grid property. What it's going to look like is it'd be a development that, like I said, permaculture, self-sustaining, have a body of water, stocked with different fish and crustaceans, all that. Orchards, produce, livestock, of course, chickens, fowl, poultry, the whole 9 yards. And then the front, we're going to do an RV park. So if you want to come, you want to learn, see what we're doing, you're more than welcome to come stay. We're going to try to develop this where it is cash only, no credit cards, no debit cards. If you want to bring silver and gold and barter with us, I'm more than happy to do that as well. But we want to go back to an old traditional system where we're not reliant on the beast to sustain us, keep us happy, to satisfy us, to give us instant gratification. We'd rather be able to walk outside and hear the crows caw, see deer out eating in the meadow, watch the sunrise, watch the sunset. sit around the open campfire, bonfire. Homeschooling, canning, providing our excess produce and livestock to our clients in the RV park as well as others. And because no one else is out here trying to do that or even attempting to do it here in Texas, as far as I know, on any sustainable basis like what I want to do, where it's 100% off grid, no water, no utilities, no sewage. We're going to try to get it where there's no property taxes, set that up however we need to do that. No HOA, no nothing. Just you come in, you invest in it, and it's yours, and it's going to continuously make you money through the RV park, through the produce and livestock. So you'll be paid for your sweat equity. It's not like you're going to go in here and it'll just be a dead end. You're going to produce a lot. Most of you don't know, I do have a horticulture degree. I got it from Alvin Community College. And I'm going to put it to use. And we're going to go develop this. And we're going to make it happen right here in Texas. If you want to be a part of this, man, you're more than welcome to come on and join the club. We'd love to have like-minded people who can actually put in an effort. I already have another family involved. Well, actually, two families involved. They're ready to go. Both of them are investors. And then me. So that's three. I don't know what the cap limit's going to be on the first one that we develop. But we're going to try to make this really happen this year in 2026 because we feel that time is of the essence. So what we're going to develop is something that can be emulated repeatedly and quickly. And that's what we're looking for. So we want to be able to do this development and do it on a short timeline so we can keep continuously doing this for more and more people, not only here in Texas, but in other states, other territories as well. Because it's always been my goal to, end up in Puerto Rico. And I'd like to go do that there as well. And I know there's already some like-minded people there in Puerto Rico. Just, we have to make it happen. So this is what we're going to do. And, if you're interested in it, come on and send me an email, thefearlessfloydshow@yahoo.com. Call me, send me a text. You can go to my website, fearlessfloydshow.com. Scroll down to the very bottom. You'll see my cell phone number. It works 9 to 9 Central Time. You can always call me. I always answer it. I don't even know where my phone is right now. I'll set it down somewhere. But that's what we're doing. And it's called a private real estate investment trust. So I encourage everybody to go look up what a REIT is. Now I want to touch upon a couple things that, again, here's the truth, okay? And the truth fucking hurts. So I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings with this. All you Trump supporters. Oh yeah. Let me go back to that group. That's where I was going. So anyway, I'm looking at this group's website and I'm concerned about all the people that they have supporting them. Greg Abbott, Marco Rubio, a host of other former politicians. So Daryl wanted me, Daryl didn't ask me to call him. I called him on my own and actually got somebody to call me back from Arlington, Texas, a woman, female lady. And we started talking, and the name of their organization is just a kind of a general term to describe something. So somebody could actually use that in a quote and you wouldn't know if they were applying it to the entity or just using it in its general definition. So I actually pinned them down. I said, I see all these quotes, or you just, did you go find people that just quoted that term and applied it because it has the same name as your entity? And he said, no, those people support us. And I'm like, really? Greg Abbott, huh? Marco Rubio, huh? Because we all know what those guys are. They're all WEF, World Economic Forum people. Greg Abbott allowed illegal immigration to come in here en masse, did nothing to stop it, allowed them to go to the Texas Department of Public Safety and get a driver's license, get an ID, get anything they wanted, lines wrapped around the building, okay? Swear to God, I was there. I saw it. I was like, why are all these illegal immigrants, because they're obviously illegal immigrants, why are they wrapped around the DPS building first thing in the morning? Because Greg Abbott allowed it. Ken Paxton allowed it. They all allowed it. This is called disaster capitalism. They want these people in our country to create chaos so they can do more surveillance in the surveillance state venue. National security issue. Oh, we've got to do this because we just can't get them. What are you talking about, Floyd? Well, let me go show you. I told you folks this, okay? Please listen to me when I tell you things. All right, listen. I've done some really, really, really stupid, dumbass, juvenile, delinquent bullshit in my life. One thing I've always been is smart and intelligent. I just do stupid things. Got intoxicated, ended up doing stupid shit. Every time I've been to jail, except one time, I've either been intoxicated or they gave me bummed up charges of public intoxication or disorderly conduct because I'm lipping off to them. So, got off track. Let me get back to the other people, conventionists. Anyway, so this other entity, and I'll get back over to this. So this other entity, I'm talking to them. I'm saying, okay, what are all y'all about? Blah, 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 blah. So all these people support you. Come to find out they have licensed bar attorneys on their board of directors. Now, this is supposed to be a patriot movement, okay? Seriously. Yeah, bar attorneys, former politicians, people who've been to the World Economic Forum, if not once, but multiple times. Probably been to Davos, maybe even Bohemian Grove. Worship Moloch the Owl. That's who these people are. So as I'm speaking to this woman, I'm like, you have all these other entities out here, these assemblies and private membership associations, whatever they want to call themselves. I said, well, let me make sure I have this correct because, I want to make sure that everybody's trying to get to the same place. We have the same goals. The pathway, the journey there might be a little bit different. So I threw all that out there, less government intrusion, get rid of all these stupid ass laws, follow the Constitution, less crime, safe streets, no taxes, more freedom. Right? Is that what your goal is? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's their goal as well. So now we know we have the same destination. Now, the way we get there, can we come together and talk as adults? Not adult, not as adults, but mature human beings. If we can come united, we stand, or divided, we're going to fall. And I was told Okay, this is exactly what they told me. Well, we have a lot of Trump supporters in our base, in our membership, and we can't say anything bad about Trump or, you know, those Q-tards, or otherwise we'll alienate our members and they'll leave. Oh, so you're going to lie to them to keep them around and waste their time, money, and energy because you're too cowardly. You don't have the fucking balls to come out and call people out and hold them accountable, or attempt to hold them accountable for their lack of accountability, their lack of transparency. So you're going to waste all these people's time, money, and energy and buffoonery in the dun 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 dun. Happy ending. Welcome to the circle jerk, where we're just going to waste your time, money, and energy getting you off on the hopium. That's what they're doing. I was shocked, appalled, and heartbroken that I reached out to this group, trying to get them to come to the table just to talk to another group, just to talk, just to say, hey, this is who we are. This is what we're all about. This is what our goals are. Hey, you got similar goals? Well, let's work out our differences and let's get to our goal. No, flat out refused. We have too many differences. We're not going to be able to talk. Huh? We're not going to be, we can't even have a conversation? No. And this is the issue that I continuously run into, because these people are stuck on fucking stupid. They're egotistical, narcissistic, authoritarians who have a little power now and they don't want to cede it. It's the same thing going on with the damn politicians in the current system that we have. They're just over here trying to tell you, oh yeah, we're going to do it. You know, Greg Abbott's going to surrender his governorship so some other entity can come take over and honor the Constitution. Bullshit. Let me tell you some facts, folks. Once upon a time, Greg Abbott used to be the Chief Justice of the Texas Supreme Court. Thereafter, he went to the Texas Attorney General's office. Now he's the Texas governor. Let me refer you back to a case, or a couple of cases. One is mine. The other one was Alan Wade Johnson, where Alan Wade Johnson challenged the Texas DNA database for felony offenders. That under Article 1, Section 10 of the Texas Constitution, that you cannot be compelled to give evidence against yourself as opposed to testimony of the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution, which was already established in 1776. But back in 1836, prior to March, when Texas was drafting our Constitution, Stephen F. Austin, one of the volunteers, went to Mexico City to negotiate with Maximilian, the general, and the president. And upon doing so, he got taken into custody and he was retained there. Once he was released, he went back to Texas and he made goddamn sure that that clause specifically emulated the Tennessee Constitution, which was already established. Remember all those Tennessee volunteers that came over here? Sam Houston was one of them. And they made sure that it was evidence and not testimony, because they wanted greater protection for Texans. Why? Because we were surrounded by what? The Six Flags of Texas. So who was the Supreme Court Justice of the Texas Supreme Court? Greg Abbott. Who was the Texas Attorney General during this? Greg Abbott. Who litigated against this? Greg Abbott. This is what they do. They don't care what the Constitution says. They splinter it. They become judicial legislators, where they're rewriting the law, rewriting the Constitution. So when we filed that lawsuit, they fucking lied. They lied through their teeth. The Texas Attorney General's office lied through their teeth. They were disingenuous with the court, which they should be held in contempt of court. And I pointed that out on the rebuttal, the traverse to the state's appellate brief, to Allen's appellate brief. I did the traverse, the rebuttal, because Allen couldn't do it. He just didn't understand it. It just warped his freaking mind. And I went and found the case. It was a minor case, so it was Enri and initials. And the issue was this issue determined on Article 1, Section 10 of the Texas Constitution and the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Well, the court only adjudicated the federal level. They abandoned the state level, so they never even adjudicated it. But in the state's appellate brief, the Texas Attorney General's office, Greg Abbott, put in there, okay, that both the state and federal issues were adjudicated in this case, and they were not. In fact, I put that particular paragraph in a little box, highlighted it in yellow on my traverse, and paid a stamp or two to get a copy out of Westlaw book, straight out of the book, and highlighted that for the frickin' court and the Texas Attorney General's office, and sent it in. And the 14th Court of Appeals right here in Houston, Texas, adopted the state's appellate brief word for fucking word as their opinion. Absolutely. And I was like, dude, I can't do no better than that. Okay? So I'm sorry. You're on your own, Alan. That's who these people are. That's who's supporting this other group over here. And they're all in. I said people are stuck on stupid. There's some really stupid, dumb, ignorant, cowardly, nutless, cowards, flat out, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not going to mention the name of this group. You can go find them. Just go find a group out there that where they're supported by Greg Abbott and Marco Rubio and all these other deep staters, allegedly. But this is where we're getting into. And I'm sick of this shit. I'm done with all these fucking assemblies. Okay? Because you people are cowards. You're narcissists. Egotistical, and you're authoritarian. Now you have a little authority and you don't want to surrender that to join some other group who may have another constitutional sheriff or somebody else who has your title, and you don't want to surrender your power and authority and title to somebody else. You got issues. And this is where we're at. Okay, I want you to know that. There's very few of these assemblies out there who are willing to come to the table and talk to other groups, to harmonize, to grow, to take back our country, to take back your town, your municipality, your city, your county, parish, your state. That's why I laugh about all this shit. Oh, we're going to set up our state assembly. You're going to set up a state assembly here in Texas. You do know that we got a bunch of counties, over 200. Some of them are large as shit. Harris County, Dallas County, Tarrant County, Bexar County, Travis County, El Paso County. And I always told these groups, hey, if you can go down and stop the illegal immigration at the border, you can have Texas. You can go deal with the cartels, plural. You can deal with the coyotes, the singular human traffickers. You can deal with all the alphabet agencies from the federal government, from the state, from the counties, from the cities, then the National Guard. Yeah, you can probably take over a state, but until you can do that, get the fuck out of here. You're just blowing hot air. So I'm telling you the truth. These assemblies, these groups are going nowhere. Nowhere. They want the secret societies in there. They want the moles in there. They want the people that are going to go tell other groups, oh, that's what they're doing. Spies. And they're going nowhere. They're never going to go anywhere because of the people in power. I watched this happen in the Texas State Assembly when we left, when we disbanded it. And they put 3 straight coordinators in there. And one of them was Kimberly Jones. And then they put Kyle Worley in there. And then what's the other girl's name? Just I want to say it starts with a J, Lithicum, something like that. Kim Jones is a power-hungry maniac. And, man, Texas State Assembly is still trash to this day. Trash. Just like I said it would be. Just like I get on every year in December and I tell y'all, these same people are circle jerking. They've been a whole year. They've gone nowhere. They haven't accumulated anything. Anna Von Wright, you got your prosperity cards yet? No. You got your little Anna bucks yet? No. Got access to your money? No. Is there a bank where you can go redeem this stuff for gold? No. Y'all let me know when y'all have that, if ever. To all you people who sent your money to Anna Von Wright's, sayonara. Put your head between your legs, kiss your ass goodbye because your heart belongs to Jesus, right? Sad commentary on society. So, what did Floyd tell y'all about illegal immigration? That it would be logistically impossible for the Trump administration in 4 short years to deport every illegal immigrant. Did I not? I did. Well, check this out. This is your old boy, Tom Holman, the border czar, who went to Minnesota, check everything out, right? Well, what are they doing? The Trump administration is ending the immigration crackdown in Minnesota that led to thousands of arrests, violent protests, and fatal shootings of 2 U.S. citizens over the past 2 months. Border czar Tom Holman said Thursday. The operation, called the Department of Homeland Security's largest immigration enforcement operation ever, has been a flashpoint in the debate over President Donald Trump's mass deportation efforts, flaring up after Renee Good and Alex Pretty were killed by federal officers in Minnesota. Now, listen, I'm all for protesting against the government for the right things, but if you're protesting against the government for ICE trying to deport illegal immigrants who are here taking your tax dollars, living off your dime, you're paying for them. They're taking your jobs. They're taking your homes. They're taking over your communities. They're running you out of your own freaking community. And it's going to continue to happen. The only way this is going to stop or end is when AI takes over, because they're throwing in the towel already. You see that, okay? 4,000 arrests. Folks, there's like 40 million illegal immigrants in this country. I would say up to 60 million, my own estimate, just looking at my own neighborhood. Okay? Now, let me quote you what the border czar says, okay? This is waving the white towel to every illegal immigrant in the United States of America. I don't care what country they come through. I don't care whether they're criminals, non-criminal, whatever. Quote, "The surge is leaving Minnesota safer," he said. He also said, I'll say it again, it's less of a sanctuary state for criminals. What the fuck does that mean? It's less. It still is a sanctuary state for criminals. You reduced it by what? 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%? You can't even tell us that, can you? This is the towel, folks. They've thrown it in. They've given up. The federal government does not care about you. This is all a fucking show. A big facade to make you think that, oh yeah, we're out here really trying to clean up the streets. Keeps you distracted from the real issues. That almost every powerful person in the United States, if not the world, is compromised. They're blackmailed. They're either a pedophile, a satanic worshiper, both, or more, allegedly. You just saw a mass shooting in Canada where there's supposed to be no guns, where this mentally ill person picked up a weapon and executed people. And trust me, if you look in the mirror and you look like a man and you think you're a woman, you've probably got some mental issues that need to be worked out. I don't know what the fuck your parents did to you or somebody did to you, but they warped you. They damaged you. And anybody who supports this lunacy, they're mentally ill too. But because there's no accountability, no transparency from your federal government all the way to the top Oval Office, Donald John Trump. This country just nothing but another cesspool turning into Europe right before your eyes. We are 3 generations deep of illegal immigrants. Okay? We now have 2 generations that are birthright citizens. The grandchildren of illegal immigrants. The children of illegal immigrants who were birthright citizens, because what do illegals do when they first get here? They either come here pregnant, or as soon as they get here, they get pregnant and start dropping babies like man, we need to make a football team. That's where we're at. I'm late for a Zoom, so I need to roll. We're over here talking about nano detoxing. Man, I just totally went over. I'm over here in a Zoom with Dr. Jonathan Group, who is Dr. Ed Group's brother, and they are talking about nano detoxing.
We've tried to live with this type of lifestyle for many years, but energy level, yeah, definitely energy. I take 3 in the morning, empty stomach, and the other thing is it's helping with chronic inflammation because a lot of these enzymes can help break down inflammatory proteins in the body, cytokines. There
you go. I'll join that back in a minute. Over here, let's see. Yes, we are live. Israel, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Crystal Shaman. Yes, the lottery curse. Yeah, big money. Ignore the haters. Listen, I don't care what they say about me. I really don't. You know why? Because in my heart of hearts, I know I'm right. And I'm cool with that. I don't care. You know, I remember when I started my YouTube channel and I had like 8 subscribers. And I was like, oh my God, 8 people want to listen to me? Okay. And I continued. And I've lost my audiences, several different categories of audiences. The RV people, lost them. Lost all the Trump supporters because, you know, they don't want to face reality. Lost all the people doing the private process because, you know, most of that's trash and garbage. All the assembly people, lost them. But I'm going to continue to do my videos when I can do them, and I'm going to continue to tell you the truth. I'm going to go search for the truth. Now the time has come where I need to go do me. I need to go find me. I need to go give back to whatever. I need to go contribute. And that's what I want to do. I want to make this a better place, a happier place, more joyous place. I don't want to have to stress out, about, hey, fuck, how am I going to pay bills, or, where am I going to live, or sitting in traffic, for, having to wake up 2 hours before you go to work to take you an hour to get ready, hour to get there. I'm just done with all that. I want a simpler life, better life. I want to see the fruits of my labor, because basically the fruits of your labor are you getting to go get a little enjoyment in your spare time when you're not working. I'd rather work and see the fruits of my labor and enjoy the fruits of my labor and not have to give it away to all these different entities to continue to live. Does that make sense? I've always told you folks, okay, I'm still connected to all these people who are doing all these different things. And there's people out there having successes. Big successes. Successes you would want to be a part of. But this is where I'm at. I'm not going to share all this publicly. I'm not going to share it in Telegram. It's not going anywhere, okay? Sorry. I've tried to invite you people along. Hey, man, come on. I'm going to get there eventually. I know enough people. People know I have integrity. They know I'm honest. They know I'm truthful. They know I hold myself accountable for my own actions, right or wrong. They trust me. So you can follow all these yahoos you want and let them lie to you and string you along for as long as they can and grift as much money and time and energy out of you that they possibly can, because they need that. Okay. They need that audience. They need that feedback. I don't need that feedback. I don't want that feedback. Okay. I don't want to be the guy. I've been the guy. I don't want to be that guy no more. I just want to go do my thing and, let my labor speak for me. Actions speak louder than words. Remember that. And when I profile all these people for you, not for me, okay, and get hated on for doing it because I'm popping their little hopium bubbles, and I get shit on, and I'm cool with that. Okay? Because those people have little minds. They're followers. They're not leaders. They're not doers. They don't make shit happen. They're parasitic, vampiristic, juvenile delinquents who will believe anything and follow anyone. All they got to do is just like, oh, there's a carrot, and start chasing it. And you're more than welcome to continue to do that. Don't let me stop you. I'm just some yahoo, some moron who talks to his laptop all day. Right? Go do your own research. Don't believe anything I say. I don't know anything about finance, medical, law, or even friendly advice. I don't give it, don't know it. I'm just, like a brick. But we're going to go document this. We're going to go set all this up. And when we do, we're going to be able to go, look what we did. Isn't this cool? Don't you want to live like this? Where you wake up and you just walk outside and you can just like walk around your property and eat breakfast. Go get you some freshly laid, pasture raised, uncaged chicken eggs or duck eggs or goose eggs or whatever else fowl we have. Wouldn't you like to live life like that? Gonna have to wake up to the stress knowing, oh man, weekend's over. Fuck, Monday's here. I gotta go back to work for the next 5 days. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'd like to do, but life is short. Life is precious. We don't know how much time we actually have left on this thing, whatever it is, earth, realm, dimension. We have to make use of our time wisely. And this is the direction that I'm headed. And I told you folks, I just live this divine life. I don't try to schedule anything or make anything happen, but it just is what it is. And this is where it seems the direction's pushing me to go do this. Because if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it for me. I'm not going to be, well, they're not doing it for me. They're doing it because they want to do it in Colorado and in Northern California. And they were gracious enough to ask me to come on up, come on over. We'd love to have you. We need people like you. Do you know how endearing it is to hear when somebody says, we need people like you? That means they can't find people like me. And I just explained that when I talked to this lady in this other group. That their way's the only way. Period. End of story. We're not going to have a discussion about it. If that's the people that you want to lead you, that don't look outside the box, can't look outside the box, refuse to look outside the box, turn around and run like hell. Those people are not going to help you ever. It's a sad state of affairs, especially for all the real patriots who know that there's fraud and corruption, that the United States government, most likely your state and county, hate your freaking guts. They don't work for you. They're parasitic, juvenile, delinquent bullies who live on fines, fees, and taxes in your ignorance and the lack of accountability on their end. So if you're over there flying your little sovereign citizen flag, your little civil peace flag, you people are some fools. I'll be right back because I'm going to show you something. All right, as you know, boom, that's my flag, right? Right there on my shoulder. See that? That flag, you see it's a big A, right? A. This flag was created by my grandfather, retired Lieutenant Commander of the Coast Guard. And he flew this on his sailboat when he sailed around the world multiple times. He created his own flag, just like I did. That's why I'm trying to explain to you how stuck on stupid these people are. They're so ignorant, so unintelligent that they can't even create their own flag. They want to adopt something that is already sullied. I keep telling you, why don't you just put up the Nazi flag? Same thing. So there you go. Perfect example. Here's another one. One of my viewers created his own flag. Okay. When I tell you these people are stuck on stupid, they're stuck on stupid. They're stupid, unintelligent, just dingbats. Why would you put an emblem on there? You're like, oh, hey, look, I'm a sovereign citizen. Oh no, but I'm an American state national because sovereign citizen's an oxymoron. Freaking morons. Anyway, I've got to roll. I got to get over here because we're talking about nanorobot architecture capabilities, DNA-based self-replicating particles. Did you hear what I just said? DNA-based self-replicating particles, replicatory particles. Learning and copying biology, easily programmable biomolecular computing, amplify the computing capacity of DNA-based systems and enable them to process large-scale problems autonomously. Gene therapy, drug delivery, tracking, artificial life, and synthetic biology. That's what we're talking about over here with Dr. Jonathan Group, Dr. Ed Group's brother. He's also a chiropractor, who I also knew before he was a chiropractor, who also invested in my company called Detoxinator way back in the 80s. 80s? 90s? 90s. 90s. Yeah, the 90s. I'm sorry. And that's how Dr. Ed Group got in the supplement business. Absolutely. He'll tell you. I'll tell you. I got to go. Thank you for hanging around with me. I will be in San Antonio today and tomorrow. So if you're in San Antonio or surrounding vicinity, hit me up. Let's get together. I'm going to go meet somebody today or tomorrow for lunch or dinner. We may do a live broadcast. I don't know. I need to just get my schedule together and figure out when the hell we can get out of here and get on the road. So everybody have a safe and happy weekend. Golly, it's already the weekend, huh? God bless you all. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you want to, hit the like, subscribe, share, notification bell on the way out the door. If you want to reach me, thefearlessfloyd@yahoo.com. This Saturday, Ann's Trust Workshop. Because of Valentine's Day, Friday the 13th, President's Day on Monday the 15th, we have moved it this week only. It will be on Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time, live, only on Telegram. So come over there, hang out with us, and get some free information from Ann LeFlore concerning Ann LeFlore's On Trust series. That's all we talk about. This is Ann's deal. This is none of me. Okay. And I make that for a reason, because this is Ann's deal. If we're teaching out of Ann's books, this isn't my way of doing anything. I'll throw some stuff in there, but I always caveat it that, hey, this is me. This is what Ann does. This is what I do. Like I said, we have the same goal. Sometimes the road to get there is just a little different. So February specials that we have going on. I don't know why that's doing that. Where's that on there? Well, remove that. All right, here you go. 5 books. Introduction to Trusts, which is Ann's next book. So that would be a pre-order. Manage Your Trust Like a Pro, 100 trust letters, apps, notices, and more. Trust accounting book, and Understanding Your Pour-Over Will. This gives you everything that you need to determine what trust or trusts and how to run them, how to create them, manage them, run them that you'll need. So basically, once you go through all this, you read the Introduction to Trust, you can figure out whether I need a revocable trust, land trust, asset protection trust, dynasty trust, pet trust, on and on and on and on and on. So there you go. We're running these specials. You want to get the ebooks, $200 for 5, $389 for 5 softcover books. If you want both ebooks and softcovers, $499. We have them in stock. Here's the Asset Protection Trust. That's this book. And I've got all of them in stock here at the house, available for you. So if you want to get one, get one. We also still doing the $1. You can get any book, any softcover book for $1. You can get any 2 ebooks for $1. And we're talking about a Morgan dollar, a Peace dollar, or an American Eagle silver dollar, or the equivalent. Just send me an email. I'll send you all the particulars. And there you go. Again, thank you for watching. Y'all have a great weekend. I don't know when I'm going to do my next video. Irene, my super soldier, she wants to do a show again. She's hit me up, and I've had some personal issues I've had to deal with this week, and that's what I've mainly been having to deal with, as well as getting up every day and going to work whether I want to or not. Is what it is. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. So thank you for being here, spending your time, money, and energy with me. God bless you all. Have a great week.